Meow, meow. Uh, my head hurts. Good morning, Fluffy. My head is pounding. I wake up to the sound of my cat Fluffy's meowing. A fluffy ball is rubbing against my face. This is our usual morning routine. I'm so hungover today. My body feels heavy. I check the time and day on my phone by my pillow while petting Fluffy. Sunday. Oh, right, I had a drinking party last night. Still groggy and with a splitting headache, my brain isn't functioning well. Yesterday, we had a celebration because a big project was completed, and our manager, John, organized a drinking party. I feel like I was made to drink a lot. I vaguely recall last night while slowly getting up and scratching my body. Oh, I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. Even drunk, I managed to change. While spacing out with incomplete memories, Fluffy starts meowing more insistently for breakfast. Sorry. Let's get you some food. As I blankly watch Fluffy eating, the only clear thought in my mind is that I drank too much. I smell bad. So I changed, but didn't shower? When was the last time I drank this much? I remember having a few beers and some shots of vodka after the initial toast. I can't remember anything. Well, I should take a shower. Just as I'm heading to the bathroom, my phone rings. It's a call from my colleague, Tim. Are you okay after last night? Tim called to check on me. Actually, I don't remember much after a certain point. I tell him honestly that I have no memory of the later part of the night. I figured. I thought that might be the case. Tim chuckles and starts telling me what happened. John was buying drinks, saying it was all on him, and insisting that no glass should be empty. In the midst of this, a senior colleague, a former athlete, got drunk first and started a game where the loser had to drink vodka. Several people lost, and I was one of them. Even though it was a small glass, the vodka had a high alcohol content. I apparently knocked a shot down, pretending to be fine. When Tim, who was sitting next to me, asked if I was okay, I repeatedly and cheerfully said, I'm fine. When you say that, it usually means you're not fine at all. I swapped your mixed drinks for water, but somehow, you always got caught during those times and kept drinking anyway. Tim, sounding astounded, was still concerned about me despite my attempts to seem okay. So you don't remember going home with Emily? No way. I went home with Emily? I can't help but exclaim in surprise. My memory is completely blank from the time I took that vodka shot until I woke up this morning. How drunk was I? According to Tim, I volunteered to walk Emily home, saying, "You're pretty, and it's not safe for you to walk alone." Besides, we both take the same route to go home. Even though I have no memory, what was I thinking? You should contact Emily and make sure you didn't cause any trouble. I am grateful for Tim's concern. I can't believe I went home with my supervisor, Emily. Worried about what I might have done, I decide to contact her. I try to draft a text but keep deleting and rewriting, unsure of what to say. Thank you for last night. Did you get home safely? I ended up sending a general message, but considering I have no memory, asking if she got home safely felt hypocritical. Worried that I might have done something wrong, I nervously waited for Emily's reply. Thanks for checking. I took a taxi home safely. Reading her response, I felt relieved. Since she mentioned taking a taxi, she must have gotten home alone. Just as I was thinking that, another message from Emily came through. Thanks for last night. I got so obsessed, and it got late. Thanks for inviting me into your apartment. You were really sweet. What? She was in my apartment? It got late. Obsessed. Sweet? I read Emily's email over and over again, unable to comprehend it. The more I pieced the words together, the more my mind drifted to inappropriate thoughts. No, that's impossible. Shaking my head to clear my thoughts, I couldn't deny the possibility entirely. Did I really? Oh no. I started to panic, unable to dismiss the idea. Emily is 10 years older than me. She's a top-notch career woman. Fair-skinned with big eyes and a sharp nose, I've often admired her profile. She's somewhat my type. But at work, she's also strict. I frequently get scolded for my mistakes. She's beautiful, but when she gets angry, she's truly scary. Her intense gaze makes me shiver every time she scolds me. But I know her anger is because I'm still inexperienced. I need to get my act together. I can't afford to be thinking about love or anything like that. Despite these thoughts, what on earth did I do last night? Time just passed by as I was wondering to reply. Thanks. Sorry for keeping you up late. Let's do our best at work tomorrow. After much deliberation, I sent a neutral message. Oh man, what a mess. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't piece together my memory. Fluffy, do you know anything? I asked Fluffy, who had finished breakfast and was sitting next to me, while petting his head. Fluffy just meowed. Normally, I can somewhat understand what Fluffy is saying, but today, I had no clue. Monday. I was nervous about facing Emily, but she acted as usual. I found myself constantly watching Emily. Every time our eyes met, I got startled and quickly looked away. Taking deep breaths while staring at my computer screen, I tried to calm myself, but my hands couldn't function properly. Is the meeting material ready? Startled by her sudden voice from behind, I almost jumped out of my chair. Not yet. What are you spacing out for? Focus, focus. Get it together. Emily's stern look made me sit up straight. Emily is still as intimidating as ever. Maybe she's keeping work and personal life separate, regardless of what might have happened that night. Or maybe it was all a misunderstanding and nothing happened with Emily. Her behavior at work made me relieved, and I realized I had let my imagination run wild. I was too embarrassed to admit my blackout and too afraid to ask Emily, and I couldn't figure out what happened. But as nothing unusual occurred, days passed by, and soon 2 weeks had gone by. During work, I decided to take a coffee break and headed to the break room. Emily was also there making coffee. How are you? Good. The usual greetings. By this time, I had already decided that nothing significant happened that night and was back to my regular routine. I took a sip of my coffee and gazed out the window, lost in thought. Next to me, Emily also took a sip. However, I noticed Emily's reflection in the window, and she was staring at me. I involuntarily stiffened. Worried I had messed up at work again, I cautiously turned to face her. Hey, so? Yes. I straightened up at Emily's words. Always ready to get scolded. When is good for you? When is good for what? Was it for a work meeting or a deadline I forgot? I desperately tried to recall any relevant task, but my mind went blank. However, I noticed a slight smile on Emily's face, transforming her stern expression into a friendly one. You said it's fine anytime. And you will let me know when you're free in the evening. How about tonight? I had no idea what she was talking about. Despite her hint, I couldn't connect it to anything in my memory. Yes, sure. Buying time, those were the words that came out. Then, I suddenly remembered that text. Did something actually happen between me and Emily? As soon as the thought crossed my mind, I felt a surge of electricity from head to toe, my pores all opening at once. Looks like I can leave on time today, so is tonight okay? Emily's words threw my mind into a panic. Yeah, that's fine. Trying to stay calm, my heart felt like it would jump out of my chest. Great, let's grab some dinner and go home. Sure. See you later then. Emily walked away with the biggest smile I'd ever seen on her. What does this mean? Wait, are we at a point where she comes over to my place? What did I do? Work was the last thing on my mind. Ouch. I must have tried to calm myself with coffee. I took a big gulp despite it still being hot, burning my mouth and spilling it on the floor. I couldn't focus on work after that, but somehow, by shaking my head repeatedly, I managed to finish by the end of the day. All right, let's go. Emily seemed unusually cheerful. My throat went dry, unable to believe what was happening. You're coming to my place, right? Maybe we were heading to a bar. I asked Emily to confirm, wondering if I was mistaken again. Of course. We can't meet anywhere else but your place. Her usual stern expression was gone. I could see that Emily was excited. What is our relationship? For the past 2 weeks, nothing had happened with Emily, and suddenly, something seemed to start again. It's okay to drink at your place, right? Let's grab something from the supermarket. Emily's voice snapped me back to reality. It felt like I had teleported. I found myself on a train, already a station away, trying to grasp what was happening. I had tried countless times to remember that night at the drinking party. Should I tell Emily honestly that I have no memory of it? But now, admitting that would be too embarrassing. And if we were actually dating, it would be incredibly rude to say I don't remember. Sweat started to bead on my forehead from the stress. But she did say we could only meet at my place. Given that she acted normally at work, could it mean we're secretly dating? I was so confused that I didn't even know if we were heading straight home. I can't wait to get to your home. I want a hug tonight. I heard Emily mumbling to herself, bringing me back to the present. A hug? Does that mean we really are dating? It's surprising that Emily likes me, but I need to make up my mind. Who cares if it started with a blackout? A relationship can start here. I had my answer. I should be brave about this. Do you want a hug? Right here? Checking that no one else was around, I opened my arms toward Emily. She stopped, looked at me for a moment, then burst out laughing. Was she just embarrassed? I guess it's awkward for adults to hug outside. You're right. Let's save the hug for when we get home. I was embarrassed too. Emily laughed as well. Are you jealous? Jealous? Of what? Fluffy may be a boy cat, but he's like a lover to you, right? Fluffy? He's so affectionate and cute. Even though we just met recently, he sat on my lap, and he was adorable. You said I could come over any time. But you never invited me again. I got tired of waiting. Oh, can we buy some treats for Fluffy? He'll be happy, right? Emily, who looked excited, entered the supermarket. Wait, was this all a misunderstanding? The realization hit me like a cold wave. I felt embarrassed and disappointed. I tried to remain composed but was clearly rattled. I ended up with a shopping basket full of grilled beef, rice balls, and sandwiches. Emily said, "Are you really going to eat all those carbs?" I made an excuse that they were for breakfast, feeling utterly confused. I arrived home feeling deflated. Fluffy greeted me with his tail straight up, rubbing against my legs and then Emily's. Emily was smitten with Fluffy. While I prepared Fluffy's food, Emily followed him around, cooing over how cute he was as he ate. Where was the usual stern Emily? You really like cats, huh? I told you before, I've had cats since I was a kid. Oh, did you? I almost let something slip. But this could be an opportunity. To find out more about last time, I asked her about the cats she had and how many there were. For a cat lover, talking about their pets is always enjoyable. The strategy worked, and Emily happily talked, saying, as I mentioned before. It turns out that Emily's family currently has 2 cats. Her family loves cats and has always had lots of cats since she was a child. When Emily started living alone, she considered finding a pet-friendly apartment but decided against it, thinking she couldn't properly care for a pet with her busy work schedule. She visits her family occasionally to see the cats, but it's rare due to the distance. During that time, she found out that I had a cat. That night at the drinking party, when my colleagues invited me to an after party, I said, "I need to go home early because my cat is waiting for me." When I learned that we take the same route to go home, I told her, "It's not safe to go alone, so I'll walk you home." On the way home, we talked about cats, and I told her cute stories and showed her pictures of Fluffy. Emily's eyes lit up. And I ended up inviting her over by saying, "Do you want to come to my place?" Despite not remembering any of this, I laughed but felt relieved to finally understand the situation. Thanks for letting me see Fluffy again today. Emily was happy while playing with Fluffy. Fluffy, being friendly, loves being petted and would sit on anyone's lap. He would bring his toys to me or Emily, dropping them in front of us to play. If we threw a small stuffed toy, he would chase after it, and he loved playing with a feather toy. Fluffy is truly adorable. Emily was smiling and laughing while playing with him. You laugh a lot, Emily. The words slipped out. What do you mean by that? Are you saying I'm usually scary? Well, I guess I am. I know I can be intimidating. Yeah, I'm always nervous about getting scolded by you. Emily laughed out loud at my honesty. But seeing Emily like this, I found her incredibly cute. You're really cute when you laugh like this. Before I realized it, I had said it out loud. Emily looked away, blushing slightly. Cute, huh? What do you think, Fluffy? Emily petted Fluffy, talking to him. Fluffy meowed happily, rubbing against her and then coming to me, rubbing against me too. Our eyes met as we watched Fluffy. What? I just like seeing you like this. You're cute. Stop teasing me. I'm your boss, you know. Does being 10 years younger make it a problem? Oh no. Emily, wake up. We're going to be late. What? Oh no, I overslept. Emily jumped out of bed in a panic, and Fluffy watched from the bedside. Whose fault was this? I shouldn't blame Fluffy. Early morning, 4 a.m. Fluffy woke me up for food, and after feeding him, I went back to sleep, ended up oversleeping. Though we had set alarms, both Emily and I had turned them off without realizing it. That night, after I confessed my feelings to Emily, she asked for time to think. My initial excitement was due to a misunderstanding, but seeing Emily play with Fluffy made me realize I had liked her for a long time. Although she's still my boss, I thought we could always laugh together as long as I was with her. I honestly expressed my feelings, but Emily seemed concerned about our age difference and felt bad for not being able to commit. While waiting for Emily's response, my feelings never wavered. Despite feeling unsure, I invited Emily over again to see Fluffy, and this time, I confessed my feelings sincerely. I wanted to be with her no matter what. Please go out with me. But it seemed I wasn't the only one who wanted to be together. Meow. Fluffy, sitting beside me, meowed after my confession, looking at Emily. Fluffy, is it okay if I become Mike's girlfriend? Emily asked Fluffy, who meowed again and rubbed against her. Thank you. She said, whether to me or to Fluffy, I couldn't tell, but with Fluffy's encouragement, our relationship began smoothly. Our dates often involved staying in because Emily loved seeing Fluffy. Emily would often say, I don't want to be away from Fluffy and I wish I could take him home with me. Fluffy, would you like to be my cat? One day, Emily said this. Why don't you just become my wife? Let's get married. Fluffy would also love it, right? I had been planning to propose for a while now, so the words came out naturally. Fluffy looked at Emily and meowed. Fluffy was the first to approve our marriage. Now, Emily and I live together. We decided to register our marriage on a special anniversary. The date of the drinking party. When Emily and Fluffy first met. For me, it was an embarrassing day, but thanks to Fluffy, Emily is now by my side as my significant other. That's why we chose it as our fateful day. By the way, Emily doesn't know about my memory lapse. That's a secret between Fluffy and me, a pact between two guys.